So I'm going to show you how to create these AI generated sewer monsters that are going viral on apps like TikTok and Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. I've done a lot of investigating on this creator specifically, VoidStomper. He's the guy that I've been seeing on my For You page all the time when I scroll on it. You can see how well his videos are doing here. We got 30 million views, 27 million views, 57 million views, and this is on Instagram. And if you go to his other account on TikTok, he's getting even more views, like right here, 123 million views. And if I were to just calculate that to see how much money he could have made on that video, 123 million views, divide that by 1,000, and let's just give him a conservative RPM of 5 cents on TikTok. 5 cents. I've even seen him say that number in his Discord. That's $6,000. This is a conservative guess of how much he made with this one video. Now, it's hard to get 123 million views on one video, but you can see his other videos have done pretty well themselves with just under 20 million views. And there are other ways to monetize these kind of videos, which we'll get into later. So let's get into how he's creating these videos. Now, we're going to use the best AI video generation software out there right now, which is Sora AI, which is ChatGPT's own product. And here is a video that I made on the platform using this prompt here. And I'm going to show you how I got this prompt. I've noticed by messing with Sora that it works best if you give it a detailed prompt like this one, not just a simple one like squid monster in sewer. It has to be detailed if you want it to come up with a good result. So what I did, I cheated a little bit. I went to one of his videos. I just went into one of his videos that I really liked, took my screenshot tool, took a snapshot, saved it, went into ChatGPT and just uploaded it. And then I prompted, I want to recreate some AI generated videos that I've been seeing on Instagram that have been going viral. I'm going to send you a still shot from that video and I want you to generate a prompt that will recreate these kind of videos. Your prompt must be optimal for Sora AI. It gave me a prompt and all I did was took this prompt, copied it, went over to Sora AI. I went here into the bottom and just pasted that in. I didn't upload an image. I just gave it the prompt and then hit enter to create the video. And this is what I got. And it looks already pretty good, but I had a different kind of monster in my head I wanted to create. So I kind of just used the same prompt, but I made some edits here and there. I wanted a creature that didn't have any tentacles. I wanted a more of a bulbous kind of creature. So I added in a bulbous body ready to pop. While it comes out of the sewer, it smiles abnormally wide at the camera. And you can see he kind of has a smile the entire time. And I mean, this looks pretty good. I think it's pretty creepy. If you're scrolling on TikTok or something, chances are you're going to stop and like see what this thing is all about. Maybe add in some sound effects to add to the immersion. So I noticed VoidStomper was doing this before Sora AI even came out. So I wondered what he was using before Sora. And I looked through his Discord and he mentions Kling 1.5 is nuts and attaches a video, and we'll click onto the video here and see what kind of generations Kling can create. And we got this here. And these are looking pretty good too. If we just pause this video here, you could see that there are camera elements like the time, the date. I'm pretty sure these aren't added into the AI prompt itself. I figure that these are added into post editing, like in Premiere Pro, something like that. It's just added in after the AI generation. And I would suggest that if you do want to add this kind of effect, that you do this in post editing, because you just have more control over it. So I did some more lurking and he's getting into the Kling 1.5 update. He's posting multiple viral videos a day. You can see here in the last 60 days on TikTok, he has gotten 247 million views. So that got me wondering, what are the best AI video generators out there right now to create these kind of videos? And he says Runway and Kling are his favorite video generators right now, and 11 Labs is pretty solid for AI voice, which I agree. 11 Labs is the best at creating an AI voice. So maybe you can integrate that into your own videos. Then I found some more valuable information. Runway has a limited free tier, and there's also stable diffusion, which is free. but I've made a few videos on this before. It's just a lot more complicated to use something like Stable Diffusion with comfy UI. You have a lot more control. It's just not very user friendly, and you got to learn a lot with it. But if you're looking to get into this big time, it might be useful for you to start learning that, because when there's something new, you're going to be able to jump on it and not have to wait for it to be integrated into something like Sora or Kling. And VoidStomper says Runway free tier is kind of bad. I've done this myself. I've used Runway, and yeah, he's right. You do go really quick through the credits. He says here that he already blew through $100 worth of credits on Kling. But if he's making money through this, of course, it's going to be worth spending $100 in credits to get $6,000 on a video. But you got to remember, this is not going to happen every time, especially when you're first starting out. Someone says on the Discord, you got to spend 10K in testing prompts just like Void did. And Void says, I spent a lot of money across all the top tools this year, but not that much. So he's not spending more than 10K. If I had to guess by lurking through his Discord, I think he's spending about 1K to 2K creating these AI video generations. And we'll get into how much I think he's making towards the end of this video, because I did a lot more research, and you can see here a lot of screenshots, and we'll get to this. But yeah, it's pretty simple to make these kind of AI generations. It just requires just a little bit of creativity. You don't have to do anything special. If you have something in your mind, just add that into the prompt, and then you could just use ChatGPT to help you kind of form that prompt in a better way. And here's another generation that I made. Now this one isn't great. I think the bulbous creature just looks a little bit too cartoony. You're not going to get your AI generations on the first try. You got to remember that. It's going to take a few re-rolls and re-prompting to get something that would be usable. Here's another one I made. I feel like the bulbous monster creature could use a little bit more detail so he doesn't look so polished and clean coming out of a sewer. Yeah, so easy enough. That's how you can create these horror-themed AI video generations, but how can you monetize it? And is it even worth it to monetize? So now let's get into how to actually make money with AI generated videos like this one. So now we see in this post, VoidStomper says that he really needs to make money. He has 900,000 followers and around 100 million views a week, and he's not making anything. That's a lot of views. 900K followers, 100 million views a week, which is 400 million a month, and he's not making a dime from that, at least back in September 30th. And now he's making 20K a month. So what happened in between this and now? Well, I'll show you. So now let's try to get a closer idea of how much he's making. I saw in his Discord, somebody's doing something similar, trying to monetize AI videos. And in his first few days, he made $400, and that's just in a few days. And that's with 1.2 million views. Now let's get into the math of this. So he says he's making $400 with 1.2 million views. But if you look at the creators rewards program, which is the monetization feature on TikTok, out of that 1.2 million views, TikTok is only qualifying 386K to be able to monetize. And now they're giving him a $1.04 RPM. If you don't know what RPM is, it's basically take the amount of views, divide that by 1,000, and then multiply that number by RPM, and that's how much money you're going to make. But he's not actually getting paid based on that 1.2 million views. He's getting paid on the qualified views. So that makes the RPM even lower. So if we do the math, he's actually getting paid per 1,000 views, 33 cents, which is shit. And it could even go lower than that on TikTok. TikTok, if you just cannot rely on the creators reward program if you're trying to do this for long term. They're just not paying a lot. So now we're going to use the same logic and math and apply that to VoidStomper's situation to try and guess how much he's making with just the creators reward program. So we're going to use the same 33 cents RPM, which if he's getting 400 million views a month, that is equal to $132,000. That's a lot, but he says he's not making anything. So what's the problem here? Well, I have a few theories here. All those views that he's saying, the 400 million views, are not all on TikTok. Maybe just a fraction of that is on TikTok. Instagram does not have a creators reward program, so they're not paying you based on views. But Instagram is such a better way to monetize that, and VoidStomper finds that out later, and we'll get to that. It could also be low RPM. Maybe he's getting a lower RPM than the other guy did. Maybe he's getting less than 33 cents. Maybe his videos are getting banned. Maybe he's kind of fibbing. But I don't believe he's lying, because he seems pretty open about his entire process here. So TikTok is hell to deal with, but that doesn't mean it should be ignored. VoidStomper here expresses his frustration with the TikTok moderation, because the TikTok moderation is entirely automated. You could have your video taken down for nudity when there's no nudity at all in the video. It just kind of detects that there's nudity and just removes your video entirely that you worked really hard on. He says it's one of the worst things about TikTok, the fact that the rules are vague and confusing and TikTok will not communicate. TikTok support is ass. So again, you don't want to rely just on TikTok. Not that it should be ignored, you just don't want to fully rely on it. Even though, I mean, it's great that they have the TikTok creators program and they pay you based on views. It's just shit, dude. It's just crap. So now here is where it gets interesting. Mist on his Discord says, my Instagram has been doing well. I get at least 50K views on my video and it's constantly growing. Been able to make money doing commissions, but it's hard work and annoying to deal with people in timelines, really. Now, VoidStomper is asking how much he charges for commissions. He can't really figure out what to charge, and this guy brings the sauce here. Right now, he's charging $200 for 15-second videos, $325 for 30 seconds, $500 for a minute, and he's done a few of these. And he's also working on a 4-minute music clip for $950 and a 2 to 5 minute music clip for $400. So people are finding other ways to monetize besides relying on TikTok creators program. And this is one of the things that is great about Instagram. People are just willing to do business. If they see that you're really good at something and they have a project that you would be a good fit for, they're more likely to reach out to you on Instagram. Instagram is just more of a personal business type of platform. People are more willing to do business on Instagram than they are on TikTok. TikTok is just it's brain rot, honestly. People just want to get their dopamine fill and then they want to dip out or keep scrolling. He continues to say, most people are really laid back, but I got one annoying client now. I knew it was coming at one point. They asked to see the progress every day and I want to give suggestions, even though there's still plenty of time left on the ETA I gave them. And he's thinking about launching some merch if his IG continues to grow rapidly. He's even thinking about creating a tarot card deck. So these guys are looking into more options to monetize what they're doing, whether it be through merch or tarot cards or commissions. You can see they're making pretty good money for creating a 15-second video, but again, you might have to pay for these AI tools. So there's going to be some business expenses in there. So VoidStomper's kind of surprised here because he's only charging $200 for a 1-minute clip when this guy is charging $500 for a minute, even though VoidStomper has 900K followers. And even though he's charging $200 per 1 minute, it seems like doing these commissions is still a hassle, and you'd much rather be doing it if you were getting paid $500 per 1-minute clip. So this guy answers this question and says, my first couple ones were $80 for 20 seconds, but he got 2 orders in the first day and decided to raise them. So as you keep getting commissions, just keep adjusting your prices and kind of find where that limit is. So how is this guy advertising his services? He says he's basically posting a couple Instagram stories, which Instagram stories, I do a lot of Instagram. I know people who do a lot of Instagram and make all their money from Instagram. They all say Instagram stories is one of the best way to advertise your services. So if you want to get commissions, just post on your story that you're taking commissions. What you do is you just keep posting your AI generated videos, start building a following, and then every now and then let people know in your stories that you are willing to create something for them in exchange for money. People don't know about your services until you talk about it. Now this guy says Instagram is a totally different atmosphere. Instagram is a totally different atmosphere. I get clients for my business, though there and Facebook, not one through TikTok. He's basically saying Instagram is way better for doing business than TikTok. And VoidStomper says here, and this is where you should really listen, I'm really bummed I didn't focus more on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube from the beginning. Don't mess this up. Do not just post on TikTok. TikTok should just be one of the places that you are posting your content. If you're creating shorts like these guys, it's not hard to just repost the same video on another platform. You could even, if you have captions, if your captions are important, just copy the caption, paste it onto the other platform and post it. You're just syndicating your content into more places to be seen. If you're only posting on one platform, you're messing up. You're not optimizing your work. We haven't gotten to this yet, but how is VoidStomper making $20,000 a month from his videos? So now let's get to it. How is VoidStomper with 900,000 followers? How is he monetizing his following with his AI generated short videos? Well, here he's starting to figure it out. He says he has so much work lined up for the week. He's about to sign a contract with a new generative video platform, 3 or 4 one-on-one coaching sessions, which I've heard on a live stream that I was watching at it. I wasn't able to record it, but he said he was charging about $200 to $500 an hour coaching someone on how to create the videos that he creates. A commissioned music video and probably more I'm not thinking of. I wasn't making money for most of this journey, but now it feels like the floodgates are opened and I'm a bit overwhelmed. Things are starting to pick up here. And also it looks like he's created a community, which you have to pay a few dollars a month for. I'm not sure how much it is, but if you are interested in his community where he'll teach you how to do what he does, I'll leave a link to his Discord in the description of this video. And he even says that here, after a year of obsession with AI video, I finally started to make actual money with my content, and I can see the potential to make a lot more over the next year. If you're interested in getting involved so you can start earning too, let me know and we can discuss it in the DM. So now this is another way he's making money through subscriptions for education. He's going to teach you how to do what he does for a certain amount of money per month. Now his stuff is really starting to blow up. Damn dude, my Instagram and Facebook are finally blowing up. OMG, my Facebook page grew to 179k followers in less than a week. That's a lot. That's pretty viral. I'm so bummed that they won't let me monetize on Facebook. So yeah, he's figuring the money problem out here. So now VoidStomper says Instagram is 100 times better because it's somewhat fair. I had a video removed for nudity on TikTok. There was no nudity. I can't even dispute it. TikTok is shit, I'm telling you. One more strike and I lose my account, and I honestly don't give a shit. I hope the platform implodes. True. I have far more followers and views on TikTok by a lot, but all the professional opportunities have come through Instagram. Instagram is just better. And now he says, I gave up on making money from views. To me, the real opportunities started coming from offers in my DMs. He's talking Hollywood, crypto. I'm not too sure how crypto or Hollywood is involved in this. Maybe he's getting people from Hollywood contacting him to create something for them. Training, one-on-one coaching, partnerships, brand deals. Once you have a following, dude, I'm telling you, people just start coming into your DMs begging you to take their money. Of course, in exchange for creating like a sponsored video or something like that, but it can get pretty lucrative. And yes, just for short videos, like less than a minute, it can get pretty lucrative. Just build a following and it just comes to you. Okay, so now we're getting to the end of this and discovering how he is making that $20,000 a month. And this is the $20,000, that is just from the TikTok creators program. TikTok doesn't want to pay you. It's an illusion. You will get more money from merchandise or affiliate codes or advertising, sponsorships, brand deals. I've made a few ads already and even got paid a flat rate to do so. The amount I got paid for making a 25-second ad for a company is equal to literally 600,000 5-second plays on the TikTok creator program. 600,000 views. That's a lot of views for not being paid much. So he says, if you want money, focus on commissions, ads, donations, because creator rewards program is an illusion, like a carrot or a stick thing. And I fully believe that. The TikTok creators program is meant to just be like, hey, make these videos and we're going to give you some money. And you're not making money from your videos, right? So anything will do. That's what they're doing. They just want you to create videos for their platform and do it for pennies. So now VoidStomper says, I've made thousands of dollars from the creators reward program, but my RPM is super low, like 5 cents. It's a smoking gun right here. But when you're getting hundreds of millions of views, it adds up. And that is true. But you have to get hundreds of million views, and that is a lot of views. And let's look at his TikTok here. And this is how I'm getting to that $20,000 figure. But that is for 400 million views per month with a disgusting 5-cent RPM. Do not look at this number, this $20,000 a month number, and be like, oh, I can make so much money. Don't ignore that it took 400 million views to do that. And then we'll even look at his TikTok account here. And we're gonna sort this by the most popular views that he got on this TikTok channel. And you can see these videos are doing great. 33 million, 123 million, 30 million, 42 million, 13 million. A lot of these videos are in the 20 million view range. So that looks great, right? But now let's look at the views that he's getting right now with his latest videos. Let's just ignore these first 3 videos because these are pinned as the most popular videos. So we got 5,000, 96,000, 23,000, 22,000. It's a lot lower than his most popular videos. I mean, they're still pretty good. And we can even see, like, let's look at this one, this 95,000. Let's see how much he could have gotten with a 5-cent RPM. So we'll do 95,000 views, divide that by 1,000, and then multiply that by 5 cents. That's $5. $5 for this video. And you may get lucky and get a viral video like these, but it's not that easy. So that's why I'm saying you don't want to rely on the TikTok creators program to make you money. You want to use TikTok as a tool to get people introduced to your brand. Maybe they really like your stuff and then they click on your Linktree and see your website. Maybe they'll go to your Instagram so they can DM you about business. The TikTok creative program is not stable. It's not consistent. It's not something you want to rely on. So that's when you want to focus on other ways of monetization, which we've mentioned before, like brand deals, sponsorships, commissions, coaching sessions. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. But yeah, that's basically it. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so I show up on your feed on the homepage on YouTube. And then whenever I upload a new video, you'll see it. I'll see you in the next one.